Now going over to the political part podcast, you have Kamala Harris putting a biography campaign video out with lies, of course. But maybe we should be too surprised. Most politicians do. Now, this comes straight from the donkey's mouth. It is Kamala Harris, or perhaps you should say Camel's mouth. Though she's a Democrat. Well, actually, no, she's left of Bernie. She's more communist, but many would say. Well, I would. Well, Kamala says, quote, "I'm determined to fight for the people, because when we fight, we win. Watch our new campaign ad." Spoiler alert, yet again, it does not actually tell you any policies or ideas. But it is filled with emotional rhetoric, and many people are easily, they're going to see this and think, oh yeah, she's awesome. Maybe. We'll see what the comments have to say. And it's a little cringe, of course. It's about a minute long. Cultural appropriation. She's starting as a child, apparently holding a snow cone. Disgusting. The people in Antarctica probably came up. No, I'm kidding. I forget where that origin came from. But we'll start the campaign video.
When you're raised by an immigrant mother,
you learn what's possible with determination.
Wait a minute. So now she's proud about her Indian faith background, or her mom from India.
You're raised by an immigrant mother.
You learn what's possible with determination.
And determination is how Kamala Harris
went from working in McDonald's to
prosecutor,
state attorney general.
Determination. I would argue the ability to disregard pain, because again, she spent a disproportionate amount of her career accelerating it by working on her knees. It is, and again, the older you get, the more rough those things are. The knees, they degrade over time, let's be honest. I'm not sure when she'll get an official endorsement from Nike, maybe similar to Colin Kaepernick, and maybe she'll get some knee pads from them as that endorsement that just seems to fit right in. But yeah, you look at her career, how she progressed so often. Spoiler alert, or cover your ears for the children who may be listening. It really wasn't based on merit. It was a lot of sleeping her way to the top. Which this is the best example in history of that being a successful career route. Because look how many times she's failed upward. We'll go back to the video.
U.S. Senator
and our vice president.
Remember when Biden said, so why did she become vice president? Is because she's the best qualified candidate with understanding the Constitution, doing a great track record of helping the people out? No, because Biden said out loud he's going to pick someone based on their race and gender, which again is also federally illegal. In addition to being immoral, you pick someone because they're the best qualified candidate, bar none, because they have the best policies, the best track record of success. Yet Biden said, "Oh no, I'm going to pick someone based on these things that you can't change in your life." There's a lot of debunk on this video. Oh, that's also a picture of her having a, $65,000 or $75,000 gold chain, and maybe she got it from a rap video. I'm not sure. I'm kidding. It's apparently from a Tiffany & Co., which is a great manufacturer, a great luxury designer. They have a great long heritage, but not great to say you're a person of the people when, again, you're wearing a gold chain worth more than most people make in a year. Even a Rolex in comparison is humble when a Rolex is, not to get into pricing, but if you look at them, most of them go from 8 to 12 grand for entry level. But this is 60 to 70. And granted, I'm not, to fact check me in the comments, I'm definitely not watching aficionado. I have a good old Garmin Forerunner. I think it's a 230 got for free. Best ROI ever though. It's 10 years since I got this watch. But let's get back to the painful video. I don't want to say there's a Karen in the background, but yeah.
One generation.
And with that same determination,
she always defended us.
As a prosecutor, she protected us from violent criminals.
You mean like protecting the border? I don't think so.
As Attorney General,
she beat the banks that kicked families out of their homes.
As our vice president,
she fights for women's reproductive rights.
This is a lie, and it's disgusting that the left and right are raising campaign funds on the abortion issue. This is the 12th millionth time I've said this, but it's a state's issue. And again, Trump reinforced that during the debate with Biden when he said, yeah, it went back to the Supreme Courts. Supreme Court's relegated back to the states. So even if day one she wants to be, let's see what she wants to do in her actions. Even if she just wants to say an executive order, well, it won't stand. The Supreme Court will shoot that down. Because again, it's relegated back to the states.
Every day.
And she beat the pharmaceutical companies to lower costs for insulin and prescriptions.
Wait a minute, we were told Biden did that. And actually, Biden didn't. Trump started that process. When Biden took over, he paused it, then he basically picked it back up to say it was his idea. Now they're trying to say it was Kamala's idea. Nah, not so much.
As our president,
Determination
Is how she'll stop the corporations who gouge our families
on rent,
and groceries.
Another BS lie. Again, most grocery stores are publicly traded entities. You can look at their 10K, you look at their financial statements. Most groceries, they operate at an industry average of 2% profit. Also known as, that's also known as trash. That's terrible. That's why they have to sell things that are not food related in order to actually make the companies grow and sustain over time. It's razor thin margins. The costs are increasing because the cost of goods sold is increasing. Because these grocery stores are making $50 on a bag of cereal. It's just a lie. And also with the rent, that's also due to a myriad of things that contribute into that. Some of them are actually caused by the government. Yeah, she's saying, oh yeah, we'll fix this and this.
and she won't stop fighting.
until we win.
Because she knows
With determination,
When we fight, we win!
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Wait a minute, when we fight, she gonna be arrested for insurrection? Of course not, because there's a two-tier justice in the United States. And I don't say it's an F- for a political campaign ad, because again, there will be people who are influenced by this advertisement. It's got emotional rhetoric. It's, again, in terms of the American dream, it truly is the American dream. Well, I would say the real American dream is coming to America and working like hell to progress your career and grow your family and that kind of stuff. That's not what she did. She didn't get there from determination. She didn't get there from working hard, although she was working with people who were hard at work. A little pun there for the adults. But yeah, she didn't get there because just working hard because of good policies. I mean, a lot of people say she's unethical, especially because one of the things she did was keep people in jail longer than they were supposed to so she could get cheap labor. But maybe I'm wrong in this assessment. Maybe everyone in the comments is giving her praise and saying she's the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, probably not. Let's dive in. We've got 1.2 million views and 50,000 likes. And this is straight from her, so should be about 50-50 split, right? In terms of, people supporting her, ratioing her. And we do start off with someone who does like Kamala. You have Ed Krasenstein, who says, quote, Trump's press conference today is all gloomy. You're a breath of fresh air. Huh? Well, I don't know how that could be a thing, but it did get 329 likes and 334 responses. One of the most popular responses was he ratioed himself. Let's see. The first comment to his comment is Kirsten Coker saying, shouldn't we look at her job as vice president? She sucked then. What's different now? Good question. Got 121 likes. See here. Lori Ann says, when is Kamala going to give a press conference and answer real questions? Is she afraid? Or is she afraid of getting 27 likes? Suman Poodle says, waiting for Kamala to have her first press conference. Stanley from The Office saying still waiting, getting 27 likes. So, Ed was not ratioed by likes, but he was ratioed by... There's a couple of memes here. Was ratioed by the number of comments that were not in support of him. Going back to the main comment section, you have Paul Zupa saying, quote, Kamala hasn't done a single interview or taken questions from the press. She's not fighting. She's running away like a frightened child. Getting 691 likes. Libby Evans says, but what are your policies? Getting 433 likes. Great question. X Van Fleet, who's a famous individual who escaped communism, unfortunately only to come to America where it's trying to be rolled out again. And he says, quote, Kamala Harris, you don't give a damn about people. You just want power by any means necessary. Getting 61 likes. The Texas one says, word salad even when you post. Getting 55 likes. Yeah, Van Luken said, fight for your people like people in your hometown of Oakland. Yes, Kamala, we see the trail of destruction you leave behind. Looks like there's a 30-second video compilation. It looks like a third world country, but it's actually just Oakland. Well, fascinatingly enough, I guess some might say it's not as bad as it could be because there's a truck there with tires, and it's actually on cinder blocks, a rare thing in Oakland and California these days. So every business is subsequently bordered, it's copious amounts of spray paint graffiti on it, as well as being boarded up, as well as having fences around it because they're shut down or they're no longer in business. And you have a bunch of tents and poorly constructed housing. Yeah. California, the American dream, we're told. Though it seems to be becoming more and more like the American nightmare. So far, only one person supporting her. Gotta be some people here, right? You've got MJ Truth Ultra saying Kamala will destroy the country. Who agrees? Getting 2.9 thousand likes. Here. Oh, finally, I had to scroll a little bit. We did find another statement of supporting Kamala Harris. Andrew Weinstein says, "We are not going back. Let's do this." Hashtag Harris Walls 2024. That did get 211 likes. 112 comments. Let's see here. What was the first response? Fresh Peach says, "Back to what? The Biden-Harris administration was an epic failure for everything she states above. What? Are you going to keep going doing the same? LL, what a joking." 29 likes. Brave Little Taco says, "Going back to what? Affordable food pricing and merchandising pricings, secure border, low gas." So definitely ratio by number of comments. Ava, I love my USA says, when are you doing press conference, you coward, getting 171 likes. America Papa Bear simply says, "Nobody likes you," getting 477 likes. Hello, I'm Kelly Joe says, "Trump has been answering questions from the media for over an hour on his policy positions. When will you face the press?" Getting 464 likes. Maybe she'll get to that eventually. Just like when she said, I'll get to the border eventually. About that. So, what was supposed to be an inspiring story about her courageous career, well, she ended up getting ratioed. Or, you'll probably end up seeing this video only on the Rumble because I just scrolled past an AI image or a parody of Kamala with bruised knees, which, fascinatingly enough, that's become, even if I click that button to clarify as a parody, they'll still take it down. Of course, they wouldn't if you was making it with Trump, of course. But yeah, it's supposed to be a very inspirational story. But yeah, for any other candidate, I think it'd probably be infinitely more persuasive. But let me know in the comments. Do you think this will persuade a lot of people to go line up to the booths and get Kamala voted into the office? Or probably not, just more people make fun of her online. Let me know in the comments. As always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.